push comes to shove, the right thing to do is to have your people's back because they're going to ultimately make the program successful. You have one leader above you who's upset or politics or whatever, you can survive that. You have an entire team underneath you that no longer trusts or believes in you or takes any account of what you're doing. You're never coming back from that. You might as well go find another role and hope that that stink doesn't stay on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a saying in inventory. It's called "follow me," not the other way around.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. And I truly believe, like I've heard a lot, like lead from the front, and all lead from behind. Like I think you have to be audible at all times, right? You got to know when to lead from within, lead from in front, lead from behind, depending on the scenario at hand.
Yeah.
But that was a big lesson I've always learned. And honestly, it didn't even come from the military. I worked at a lumberyard back in the day, and I had a manager who we were a top performing store. I was the manager in training. I was the youngest at this company at that point in time, 19 years old, and I was assistant manager. But he was the type of person who, if we had to go clean the bathrooms, he would grab a bucket with you and be like, hey, you go take care of the women's room. I'll go take care of the men's room real quick, right? Hey, we just got a huge delivery. I'm going to go hop on this forklift and take care of that one. Can you go hop on the forklift and take care of that one? Like he always would never ask you to do anything that he wouldn't do himself. And then in a situation where he couldn't help you, you didn't think twice. You just went and did the thing because you knew if he had the time, he would do it. So that type of leader really stood out to me, and that's what I've always tried to emulate since then. So be somebody who's true to their word and actually doesn't think that any of the things they do are beneath them. I've had the same experience, but I had an assistant manager at that store who would walk past 3 ringing phones and sit on his phone, pull out his cell phone and start playing a game and look at you guys like, dude, you answer the phones. What are you doing? You know? And I remember how that made me feel and be like, this son of a bitch, but
Yep.
but then the other manager, like he asked us to stay late. Dude, yeah, what do you need? I'm here. You wouldn't even think twice, right? And that made a lot of sense to me. And that's always something to emulate there. So, and it's silly, but that literally working at a lumberyard back in the day as a teenager. But that dude set a right example for me, and I've emulated it ever since.